Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So because it's actually decently quiet in my house today and does not sound like a construction zone, I decided I'd film a video. Now, I had been hoping to film a video a few days ago to get it up on time, but I'm just going to say that until the bathroom is completely finished and redone, that I'm probably only going to be able to get one video out a week. Which is not ideal, but I'm sure you guys wouldn't like background noise of drilling and just loud noises. And now my dog is barking. Anyway, today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the books I got like 2 days ago, I think. And I'm very excited because I have been wanting these books for quite a while, and I will just explain more when I get to them. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the reason for my trip was to get A Quart of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Now, this came out Tuesday on the 16th, and that is why we went to Barnes & Noble in the first place, because it's like 40 minutes from here. And we don't go normally, and then the BAM, the Books A Million place, that was like only 15 minutes away, decided to shut down. So that's the only bookstore around us, which is pretty far. So we don't go there often, but because of this, we went there, and my mom knows how much I love the series, and I got her into the series as well. So we went and we got it, and this is the exclusive edition with, I don't want to spoil it, but there are 2 characters in here. It's their point of view, while this follows 2 different main characters than the first part of the series. It's very confusing, I know, especially if you haven't read it, but I don't want to spoil who lives and who dies. So that is like the vaguest summary I can give you, but A Quart of Thorns and Roses, which is the first book in the series, is pretty much a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but as the series continues, the retellings sort of switch. Like the second one I think is Hades and Persephone. I'm not exactly sure what the third one is, but I love them so much, and I'm so excited to keep reading this. I actually kind of want to read this right now, like just stop the video and read, but I'm gonna keep filming, and this is how far I've gotten. So still need to read all this, but I'm gonna make some progress. And then the next book I picked up was A Sky Beyond the Storm by Safa Tahir. This is the 4th and final book in the An Ember in the Ashes series. I don't really remember a lot. It's been like a few years, I think like 3 years since I read the first one, but it's Roman, like empire styled, and very high stakes, not exactly what you'd expect in a YA fantasy because it deals with a lot of heavier topics, but I still really recommend it because it's very fast paced, and I remember flying through the first one. So I've read the previous 3 books in this series, but I still want to reread them because I've forgotten a lot, so I can enjoy this one to the best of my ability. Most of the books I picked up actually are continuations of series or the end of series because I want to finish series instead of just start new ones, and these have been on my radar for so long, and I just needed to buy them and finish what I'd started. So there's only one book on here that has nothing to do with any other series. Then I got A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer, and this is the 3rd and final book in the A Curse So Dark and Lonely trilogy, which is actually another Beauty and the Beast retelling. Definitely a lot different than A Quart of Thorns and Roses, but I still highly recommend. This one I can actually read without having to reread the rest of the series or the earlier books because I remember quite a bit about it because they were more recent reads than most of these. Actually, just A Sky Beyond the Storm and another book that I have not showed you yet, but we'll get there. And here it is. It's All the Tides of Fate by Adeline Grace. All the Stars and Teeth, which is the first book to this duology, was one of my favorite books from last year, which I think was my 3rd favorite, and like I said in that video, I'm going to want to reread it before I read this, but I knew I wanted to read this as soon as I reread that because it was one of my favorites. Probably doesn't make a ton of sense. I'm a little scrambled in the brain today. School has been stressful, to say the least. But I'm just really excited to read this and obviously reread the previous book, which is about a princess who has to prove her powers to her people to show that she can be the heir, and she's like the true heir to her kingdom, but when things go awry, she has to escape with a pirate, and she discovers things aren't as they seem. It's probably the best summary you're gonna get out of me right now. It's like 5 o'clock and my brain is shut down already. And then the final book I got was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. That just took me like 4 times to pronounce correctly. But I have seen this book so often, like everywhere recently, and when it first came out, I debated buying it, but I was like, nah, I'll hold off, see how everybody likes it, but of course everybody loved it, so I was feeling left out, and I decided to bite the bullet and buy it, and I've heard just incredible things. Like I said, it's about this girl who makes a deal with the devil, I'm pretty sure, and she wants to live forever, but the catch is nobody remembers who she is. So I think if she went into like a cafe, introduced herself, went back out, and then came back in, she'd have to reintroduce herself all over again, which it sounds terribly sad, and I don't know, I'm really drawn to it at the moment. So I'm very excited to read this, and hopefully I'll be getting through all of these books very soon. Anyway, that is all for today. I mean, it wasn't a ton of books, but I can only spend so much money. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!